This is Dave Ruden. Welcome to FCIAC Football Weekly. We are coming to you this week from Partners Cafe in Norwalk, and we would like to thank our sponsors, Blue Streak Sports Training, Carl Chevrolet, and Innovative Health and Rehabilitation. This was supposed to be a rebuilding year at Brien McMahon, which was hit hard by graduation losses coming off an 8-2 season. Instead, following an opening night loss, the Senators have reeled off 5 straight wins, including an impressive 49-21 victory over Stanford on Friday night. Kicking off the show tonight, we have McMahon coach A.J. Albano coming off a very, very impressive 49-21 win over Stanford. I imagine the coach is in a pretty good mood today.
Yeah, it was a great win for our program. It was a great win for our program and our kids, and I hope validates a little bit of what we've been doing. The kids have been working hard, 12 months at a time. I mean, really, we've been trying to emulate some of the bigger programs, the more successful programs, and try to climb and get our program back to where it was at one point when we were playing. And I think Friday was a big win for us, and hopefully more to come.
This game meant a lot for you, and I know it meant a lot for you because you wanted it for your players.
Yeah, I don't know. Everybody came up with a reason last year of why we didn't belong. They said our schedule wasn't strong enough, and I don't have anything to do with the schedule. But, I just, like I said, I think this game, Stanford, rightfully so, was getting a lot of attention. They had a huge win over Staples. They scored the most points in the league. And I told our kids that this was a great opportunity for us to go out and beat a good football team and catch some attention of the media in the state of Connecticut. And I think we've done that, but we're not done. I think that, like I said to the kids on the bus ride home, I said that was a great atmosphere in a high-pressure situation, and they responded well, but that win makes it more pressure going forward. We got Ludlow coming up, Richfield coming up, St. Joe's coming up, and Norwalk coming up. So, there are no easy games on our schedule, I think this game might have just put us from underdog to favorite in some of those games, and some teams don't respond well to that. We've obviously played the underdog role well, and now we kind of got to flip the switch and make sure that we don't pat ourselves on the back too much. I've always explained to the kids that win or lose, that game's over. Stanford is the way that we played in Stanford, and that win is not going to affect the Fairfield-Ludlow game in one bit. So we need to get back to work, and we need to improve in mistakes. We made mistakes on Friday, even though it was a nice win, and we need to keep getting better. I think that's what this team has done very, very well.
You showed it on Friday. You fell behind 14-0 early, and rather than hanging heads, you guys just went back to work. I thought Tyree's kickoff return right after to get that touchdown back was a huge, huge play that hasn't really been talked about too much.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I said it to the papers, and I don't know if I said it to you on Friday. This group of seniors has played a complete 48-minute game better than any team that we've had at McMahon. No matter what the score is, it's in our minds, it's 0-0, and it's one play at a time, and it's the play in front of you that's the only play that matters. And you saw 14-0. Obviously we're concerned. That's not how we wanted to start the game off, but you saw that they kept their cool, they stayed poised, and the play like the kickoff return from Tyree is what sparked us, and we just took it and ran. Tyree, is a kid that came back to our program after taking a couple of years off, has done an outstanding job, has been an electric player for us, and has really completed that backfield for us. Obviously, we knew we had Timmy and Juju coming back, but when you run the wing T, you need that third piece to the puzzle, and Tyree has done an outstanding job of that, and I couldn't be prouder of him and all of our boys. I thought another big play was the sack as well from David. We scored on the kickoff return. We missed the extra point, which obviously kind of puts you in a little bit of a hole that you don't want to. We scored again. Timmy had the long run, made it 14-13. We went for one. There was a lot of game left. And then that safety by David made it 15-14 and just totally took the momentum.
One thing I've been thinking about a couple of days, the whole you guys don't get a lot of respect, don't get a lot of attention. You think it could have anything to do in this day and age, 7-on-7 and high-powered passing attacks? You guys are throwbacks. You run the ball, you play good defense, and you do it very well. Do you think the way you play maybe causes you not to get attention at all?
Well, like I said, I think a lot of people pointed to our schedule last year that, said that we didn't have any big wins over anybody. And then, obviously losing to Richfield didn't help the situation. But I think when we came back, played St. Joe's toe-to-toe and lost by a touchdown, I think, showed that our kids at least could go toe-to-toe with the best. We didn't beat them, but I think we showed that we belonged. I hope this year with the win over Stanford, who was getting a lot of attention, a lot of people forget we played Danbury a couple weeks back, and now they're sitting at 4-2 in the top 12 in the double L rankings. They're coming off a great win over Staples. And again, we got better teams coming up. So, again, we enjoyed that one on Friday night. I let them enjoy it on Saturday because we had the bye. But tomorrow when we go to practice, it's back to work, correct mistakes, keep improving, and get ready for a good Ludlow team. They run the ball and play good defense too, and sometimes that's not a great matchup for us. So I think that's real important.
I know better than to ask you about games a couple of weeks down the road, but last year 7-0, and then you stub your toe a couple of times. Assuming you're in this position again in a couple of weeks, or even just looking at where you are right now, what are you going to have to do this year to hopefully be successful in those games and get into the postseason?
Well, I don't even know who we play after Ludlow, so I got to wait and see. After the Ludlow game, we'll look ahead to our next opponent, and that's what I say to the kids. But this team, obviously we lost to Wilbur Cross in week 1, and I think that had a big part of why everybody just kind of forgot about us. And I said to another reporter that, while everybody was paying attention to everybody else, we were quietly winning games 1 week at a time. And I really think that this team has had a unique ability of improving every week. They knew we didn't start the season off the way we wanted to, and we made a lot of mistakes, and that's why we lost the game. And they understood that if we don't correct those mistakes, we're going to continue to lose football games. And I think they've done a great job of correcting mistakes and getting better and improving. And even when you win, you still make mistakes. So, when we beat, Central or Danbury or West Hill, we were still making mistakes. And some teams are like, coach, relax. We just won. What are you getting so upset about? Where this team has done a great job of saying, all right, coach, you're right. Even though we won, we're back to the drawing board, back to the film, correct mistakes, and become a better football team. So I think if we can do that over 1 week at a time and correct mistakes and improve, then we're going to put ourselves in a great position to play a good football game. And that's what we want to do, and luckily that's what we did on Friday night.
Well, AJ, you're doing a great job with the team, and you're a lot of fun to watch. You may be playing football a little differently than everybody else is doing it these days, but it's really nice to watch a team that can execute the running game, play good defense, and congratulations on what you've done so far, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks so much, Dave. Thanks for having us.
We're back, and joining me right now is 2/3 of what Juju told me the other night is a three-headed monster rushing attack, Timmy Hinton and Juju Snider. Timmy, first of all, talk a little bit about the game Friday night. A lot was made, McMahon wasn't getting respect. Was that something you guys talked a lot beforehand?
We take one game at a time. Stanford was a big game, but we got our sights on Ludlow now. Put our name on the map, but even so, Ludlow is still a big game for us next, one game at a time.
What was the mood of the team? You're all sky high for this game, and you're down 14-0 almost immediately. What's going through the mind on the sideline?
The big thing with this team and this senior class is that we play 48 minutes. We played the entire game. The game is not done until the clock reaches 00. So, we played throughout the entire game, and, we knew that people doubted us, didn't think, it was going to be the team that we was last year. So, it just gives us a chip on our shoulder. We like being the underdogs, and we like, battling hard throughout the entire game. So, it just shows how complete, not complete, but, how hard our team works and how hard we strive for success.
That 77-yard touchdown run, I watched it again today. I mean, that was a huge hole. What was it like when you got the ball and seeing open space like that?
Well, I couldn't do nothing here without my guy Juju on the block, and my line, and Tyree. They gave me great blocks. I just saw the hole, and I took off, saw green. That's all it was.
Juju did some blocking for you there?
Oh yeah.
Juju, same question to you. How much do you feel like McMahon hasn't been getting the respect it deserves?
Yeah, all the time, but we kind of like that because it gives us kind of star power going to the next game. If y'all don't respect us, we're going to earn respect a little bit. That's how we look at it.
Okay, you had that great interception return for a touchdown. You had that long run for a touchdown. Which one was your favorite?
I think the interception.
Why?
Because I like playing DB. I love playing DB.
You like that better than carrying the ball?
Yeah, because they turned me to a DB here because I started my sophomore year as a DB, so I kind of liked it better.
How good can this team be? You're on a 5-game winning streak. You're winning by an average of 21 points a game during that streak. You feel like this team's a contender to get to the FCIAC championship and state playoffs?
Well, we still got 4 games left. Can't say because last year we was running the same. This was the same type of ball game, but it got taken from us. So can't really say.
Well, AJ definitely has worked on all you guys. We're getting no bulletin board material out of McMahon, but.
Yeah.
Timmy, Juju, you guys are off to a great start, and wish you both continued success.
Thank you.
And we're back for our final spot here. We got a couple of big two-way players for the Senators. We got Ryan Restivo, David Daniel. Ryan, let's talk offense first. Talk about the way you guys were blocking. Everybody's talking about the numbers being put up and the guys running. You guys are opening the holes for them. Talk about the play of the offensive line.
Yeah, we always work together. We always trust in one another, and we get the job done. We know our assignments, and it's all about work.
Is it? In this day and age, everyone's 7-on-7 football. I mean, you guys are sort of throwbacks to what everybody's doing nowadays. Do you like running the ball rather than playing in like a 7-on-7 spread, high-powered passing attack?
Yeah, we do whatever the coach tells us to do, and we enjoy it. And I think it's the best situation to run the ball. So.
And everybody's talking about the offense, and no one's been really talking about the defense. Defense has been doing a pretty good job there. You, for the most part, shut down a Stanford offense that has really been putting up points. How were you able to do that?
Like I said before, we all work together. We all know assignments, and we just get the job done, basically.
David, you were first on defense there. You spent a good part of the night in the Stanford backfield, had a couple of sacks. What was the defense able to do to be so successful?
We were just able to frustrate the quarterback. That's all we've been able to do. We have the MO of destroying quarterbacks, I guess. But, it's just teamwork, play for the man on the right, play for the man on the left. And that's all it is to us.
What was the mood of the team coming into the season? Nobody really talked about you. You graduated a lot of people. You guys were not really mentioned one way or another by anybody. Did you guys kind of feel you had something there and you were happy nobody was saying anything?
I mean, it was just proving people wrong this season. It's just coming together as a team, as a unit. Everybody thinks that we're not going to be the same since last year because we graduated a lot of people. And we kind of go past that, and we just play together as a team, as a unit, and it's got us pretty far.
Okay, last year, you guys were 7-0, had a couple of tough losses that kept you out of the postseason. What are you guys? You're 5-1, 5-game winning streak. What are you guys going to have to do differently this year to get over the hump and get into the playoffs?
We can't take anything for granted. We got to keep going, keep pushing, keep going, and that's about it. We just got to stay together as a unit, be one, play together. Don't think anything's going to get handed to us. And just keep going.
All right. Well, Ryan, David, we wish you best of luck the rest of the season. Congratulations on the great start. And that's this week's episode of FCIAC Football Weekly. We'll be coming to you next week from another town featuring another team.